I don't know what happened, and it's a Cox thing. I promise y'all. I work from home, so I get the Cox doing his own thing here and there, and there's absolutely no reason for the network connection to be anything other than a 10 out of 10 when we're directly connected to the modem and the Ethernet. It's not even wireless or Wi-Fi. Yes, that is some Cox BS. So for y'all who lost us, blame Cox. Y'all call them and complain.
I wonder if we can get a discount for that. Like right in the middle of our show, people. Okay. Again, we were talking about the five love languages. Get back in. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope hopefully everyone comes back that was chatting with us. Those of the ones that were chatting with us can get back.
Make sure we're not everywhere we're online everywhere. We're even on Twitter tonight, trying to see how that works.
Mm, fancy. All right. So.
Okay, so we're getting people back.
Getting folks back.
Yep. All right. So.
Okay. So again, just in case, maybe you're joining us this second go round and you weren't with us the last time. We are talking about the five love languages. And the thing that I was saying last was knowing your partner's five love languages dispels the age old cliche is the thought that counts. For me, it's not the thought that counts because I have communicated, we have communicated with one another what our love languages are. So I should not be doing things saying, well, I tried because I gave you the information. Like I gave you the cheat. You know the answers to the test. So there shouldn't be a it's the thought that counts. Now, if it's a birthday gift or something like that, okay, it's the thought that counts. If it's a Christmas gift, it's the thought that counts. But at the end of the day, you can still apply that person's love languages to those things as well.
This is true.
So when we learn ourselves and when we learn our partners, we should just be ready to throw away it's the thought that counts. Because when you give me it's the thought that counts, I feel you didn't really want to do the work. You were being lazy about what you're trying to do for me.
Acts of service, quality time, I can always get away for the most part. I can always get away with going somewhere, going out to eat, doing something.
It's now not there for me. Not up there anymore.
Quality time still fits. Going somewhere, doing stuff, physical touch. We go get massages and couples massages.
That's like three things in one. That is like quality time. That is physical touch, not for him, but somebody else. But he
I paid for it.
And then that's an act of service as well. So yeah, a massage would be like awesome. So it's just for me. I feel like the lazy go for is the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Or those that just don't care.
And the worst thing in the world is to know someone knows your love languages and what you need, and they're doing everything but.
Right.
That is a level of disrespect to me. That's just at this point you're just being disrespectful and selfish. No.
I think that falls in the category of somebody doing for their partner what they want done for them.
Sometimes. Absolutely.
And I think that we have to become self-aware. It's like I don't know if people are trying to give hints when they do stuff like that, but it's disrespectful to a degree to try to push on someone something that doesn't move them. It's not for them. change what you're doing. Just because you're comfortable doing something doesn't mean you should be doing it. Loving somebody properly pulls you out of your comfort zone because it forces you to do things for someone else that may not be a big deal to you. And that's really what loving someone is all about.
Right.
It may not be a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to them. And if it's your heart to make that person happy, then you're going to go out of your way to figure out how to make that person happy, trying to love them the way they want to be loved. It used to not be a big deal to him. Like he said earlier, the things of affection and touch and hugs and kisses and all of these things. Now he want all of it. I still need to get what I need to get. It was mine first.
Yeah, and we touch and hold each other's hand, and we hug each other together, and
he still receives more than I do.
She's more affectionate.
He's a baby. He's a baby.
She's a bully. Being beat.
I could be every now and then. But again, it's like learn me and love me that way. After you learn me and then love me according to what you like. Don't love me according to how you want me to be loved. Yeah. Couples fail at this miserably.
Often.
They want, I want to do
and
for you this.
And then they don't want to share with each other when they're not getting the love the way they want it. They just want to say, you don't understand me. They don't love me. They don't treat me. Have you communicated this? Right. Have you spoken it? And you see that when you take this test for the people who are married, in a relationship, coupled up, whatever. Once you take this test, both of you should take it, send each other your results, and then have a conversation about it.
Right.
You have to have a conversation about it. Just because you took the test and you sent them your results and they see what's your number one thing, your number two, number three, whatever, don't just naturally assume they automatically know how to love you in that way.
Right.
It's whose song is it? Teach me how to love. Teach me how to. Is Music Soul Child? Music Soul Child. Huge fan of music. Huge fan of Music Soul Child, and that's one of my favorite songs of his. Because yes, I know. Yes, I understand what your love language is, but I need you to teach me how to love you in that way. Don't just naturally assume, especially if I always use us as an example. If affection isn't my number one love language, isn't something that I need or I want, it doesn't come natural. So you have to show me, you have to teach me, you have to be willing to help me love you.
The biggest downfall for a couple is one person thinking that the other person is supposed to automatically know.
Right.
There's work involved
and that's selfish. That's selfish of you to think that someone automatically knows this. I love you. I love you because I care. I don't want nothing to happen to you. You make me feel a certain type of way. All these things, but those that knowing how to love you is what makes it last. Right. It what keeps that thing going.
Someone said before, falling in love is easy.
Staying in love is the work.
Staying in love is the work. So it's like I got married. We fell in love with each other and we got all happy about it and we decided to get married. And then we thought that feeling was just supposed to automatically stick forever.
And stay
forever. It does not work that
There's
way.
Plenty of moments, there's plenty of days when I'm like, I don't even think she really likes me. And I'm like, I don't think I really like her in this moment. It happens. Like it's human nature. Like you will get on the other person's nerve no matter how much you love each other. It happens. But the knowing how to love each other, the knowing how to rekindle, the knowing how to get back to those things is what keeps the love going.
Right.
So
It's the language.
that's the focus. That's the language. Like, okay, English. I'm gonna say English is my love language. But you speaking Spanish to me every day, or you speaking German or Arabic.
And why don't you understand what I'm saying?
Why don't you understand what I'm saying, bro? Because I can't speak Spanish. You were saying me casa, and I'm like, who is casa? Who is her? Who is that? I mean, that's what that boils down to. That's how that works. Yeah, okay. Come on, man. Speak a language I understand.
Right.
You want somebody to build a house for you, and um you have no clue what you want. You want a living room, you want a bedroom, a kitchen, open floor plan, closed floor plan. Yeah, and you have no clue.
Like, build the house for me and make it beautiful. And you go in there and they got brick floors, quartz countertops, white paint, black trim, and you don't like any of those things. But they built you out. They did exactly what you asked.
You were able to communicate what you needed in that house.
Right. You have to be able to say, and stop expecting people to just know. That is the dumbest thing that you could ever possibly put over on your partner. How are they supposed to just know? They're an individual, you're an individual. They know what they like.
And some of those conversations are hard because
some people know what they like, some people don't.
And some of those conversations are hard because some people aren't willing to open up to say, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to love you that way. I've never experienced love that way, so I don't know how to love you. Nobody's never loved me like that. And people don't think about that. People don't think about the fact that no one's ever done anything for me. I've always been the doer. So
I'm doing this because he got something on his lip and I was trying to get
thanks. Got me on these people's street looking wild.
I'm trying and it wasn't working. Okay, anyway.
That's one of your faces. You make those crazy faces.
No, I don't. I don't just stick my tongue out my mouth. Look how foolery is that?
Yes, you do.
Anyway. So it's another reason I think people don't give you know a good understanding, or they don't tell their partner, is because they don't want to hurt the person's feelings if they've done something and it's like, Lord, they really went out of their way to try to do this for me, but it ain't even a big deal to me. Now I don't want to hurt their feelings and be like, you know, but maybe not in that moment that you just got this big overwhelming gift and it's like, thank you, maybe not in that moment, but at some point you have to come back and revisit and be like, remember you bought me this big old thing, and I don't want you to think I didn't appreciate it, and I don't want you to think that I'm not thankful for it, because I am. But the reason it didn't probably give you the feeling that you were expecting is because that's not a big deal to me.
It's not important.
This man can go buy me a car tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I
and it ain't gonna do nothing.
And then it's gonna wear off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the adrenaline for the moment, and then the next day everybody's like, "Oh, you got another car?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's the end of it. Like, because I'm not big on that type of stuff. I feel like as a couple, those things are gonna happen. It is what it is.
And that works for me.
We are supposed to give each other things. We're supposed to be out in the store and be like, oh, my baby will like that. Let me get that. That's what we're supposed to do. That's caring about the other person, and that's kind of thinking on the other person. Gifts lets the other person know you are thinking of them. That is what gifts are all about. And to what degree you are thinking of them, depending on the magnitude of the gift. But when it comes to my love language, I want your time. I turned into the biggest sulking baby when we were here, and he had a 30 minutes lunch break because, like he said, he works from home, and then he's in there in the office area, and I'm like, I thought you said you was going to lunch at 11. It's 11:15. You got 30 minutes. You already ate because I fed you early on purpose. So it's my off day. I'm on the sofa. Your lunch break is at 11. You already ate. And 11:15, I still haven't seen you come out the room to come hang out with me. Oh, I'm mad.
On fire.
I'm upset. Why? Because quality time is my love language. And I feel like if you don't take the opportunity to spend the quality time with me that you have when it's right there, you don't love me.
Yep.
So what you're saying is you don't love me no more.
Yep. And y'all, I've learned some hard lessons, some hard, unfortunate lessons, and I'm trying to share this information with y'all so y'all won't go through these struggles. Because I stopped loving her because I was just like, I'm just sitting there
tweeting.
Anywho, I don't even know what I was doing.
Talking about I'm getting this work package together. Get the work package together on them people time. This is lunch break time. It's my time. Or he's walking back and forth, washing and folding clothes. Like, look. Sit down. You do that when I'm not here. So, yes, I feel unloved when there's time available and you don't take the time that is available and use it to its maximum potential.
So now y'all, I just I just drop my phone on my desk and walk and come sit on the couch and watch Ready for Love and Love and Marriage Huntsville and whatever brand of foolery is on the TV at the moment.
And he don't even have to say nothing.
I don't even have to say nothing. Just sit there.
And I'm happy.
I'm sit there. I don't ask no questions because I don't want to fight.
It's just what it is. That's me. What you laughing?
I'm laughing at you. Tell me that. She say, unfold them arms, Kynisha.
Just saying. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I want my time. And it's like, are you really walking through this house folding up clothes? Like, really, that's what we're doing? I'm sitting here. I found us something to watch that you actually like, and you gonna fold up clothes? That's what we doing?
Y'all, I have a mindset. This is me. I have a mindset of when I have a chore and it's in my mind to do my chore, like I'm tunnel vision on the chore, and we love you too, Shawanda. And I fail. I fail sometimes, you
guys. I just heard it. He stopped loving me sometimes.
I get a lot of C's on tests, y'all.
I
get a lot of C's.
Y'all heard it. He said it out of his mouth. He stopped loving me sometimes.
I did not say that.
That's what you just said.
I did not say that.
That's what you just
said. The lies you preach. But
he knows my love language.
As long as you unfolded them arms, I'm safe.
He knows my love language. I know his love language. So every morning before I walk out the house, what happens?
Give my kiss.
I kiss him. I tell him I'll see him later. I'll do all these different things. If we're in the house together and he's working, I'll pass by and rub it back at his bald head, or rub his shoulder, and it's just a little quick, like nothing serious, but just a little touch or whatever.
When she leaves, she be gone, y'all. She be gone. if I don't reach back out, she forget me. That's when she stopped loving me. We doing the petty. I'm just saying. So am I.
I work with my hands.
And I think enough to be like, hey, smiley face, hugs and kisses.
Phone calls work. Yeah, phone calls. But basically,
you started the petty.
What you have to do is be willing to get outside of yourself and whatever that is to love the person you say you love, the person you say you're in love with, or the person you want to be in love with to love them on their level. You know, you cannot walk around talking about, well, I don't do that. That ain't what I do. Well, find someone else who that will work for. We have a hard time with wanting what we want the way we want it, but not being able to give and then letting that person go to get what they need from somewhere else. Like I have seen all them shows he's talking about I watch, it's a lot of foolishness on those shows where no, I want you to do this, that, or the other. That ain't them.
Oh my God,
That's
y'all.
not them.
That is the most selfish love I've ever seen in life. It is toxic at the highest level. It's toxicity.
Don't worry about
that
it.
word, yeah. We don't make up words out here today. We in these people's streets
Don't
making
even
up
worry
words,
about
but yeah, it's ridiculous the way. And I know it's exaggerated for entertainment and it's edited to make it look worse than what it is, but man, these people are so selfish
Literally,
when it comes
just
to
do what your
relationships.
partner tells you they need. And if you're not able or willing, hopefully you find this out before you get married. But if you're not able or willing to do or be what that person needs, be man or woman enough to say so,
and move on.
and be selfless enough to say, I love you, I want you, I want everything about you, but I can't love you the way you need to be loved. So I have to let you go because I don't think I'm capable of doing what you need. And it's not fair to you to hold on to you knowing I'm not gonna ever do what you need. Like that's not okay. That is the most selfish thing that you could possibly do to someone is take their choices away.
Absolutely.
You took my choice by acting like you were going to be the person I needed you to be. And then we get into this lifelong commitment and you're not able to do that or not willing to do that. And that is some selfish stuff. And that begins to spawn a whole nother level of resentment and all kinds of things that end up showing up later on. And some ugly heads start to show up later on. So segue. That wasn't a good one, but segue. The five love languages also play out in your sexual life.
Absolutely. 110%.
Why don't you take a deep breath on that?
I was thinking. Yeah, I'm working on my breathing. I'm working on my breathing.
Quality time for me, physical touch for me, acts of service for me, then words of affirmation and gifts. And in that order, sexually.
Y'all, I'm sorry, don't mind me. I'm fasting and I forgot to start the recording of my fast. So yeah, so when y'all catch me in the morning and I'm still a little bit, it's because I ain't ate. 'Cause I ain't ate.
But
Explain.
mine?
I mean, just explain in general.
Okay, because I was about to say, you really want these people. Okay.
No, I don't mean you. I mean, explain what you mean, how.
Sexually.
Physical touch is obvious.
Everybody who's ever had sex know how to have sex.
I would hope.
Yeah. Well, no, physical touch isn't obvious. Not when it comes to sex. I mean, sexually it is physical touch because you got to touch. The parts got to go together. That's obvious. But there are some people who are not intimate. They don't hold. They don't caress. They don't rub. They don't, it's just a.
Let's get to it,
Get it done.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
No romance, none of that. So your love language also flows over into your sex life. So that same thing, be able to tell your partner, I don't like that.
Yes.
Partner, be able to hear, I don't like that. And not be offended.
Yeah.
Because it's not about you, it's about them. And vice versa. If I need to be held and touched, then hold me and touch me. Don't choke me and smack me.
Touch me.
Unless I ask you to. I'm just saying. Because you might get smacked back and the whole mood is just gone. It's just ruined.
Over with.
Yeah.
done.
So it's like this love language thing isn't just for just just specifically how I treat you, but it flows over into more intimate times as well. So being able to hear what your partner needs is a big deal. And then knowing what you need is a bigger deal because a lot of us go through life just trying to figure it out. Well, we got a quiz here that can help you figure it out. Like, yeah, just go take the darn quiz.
Now I'm thinking about it, that does, like, even when you look at when you take the quiz and you get your results, those things in your mind apply them to yourself sexually. Once you've done it, the physical, I mean the emotional, mental part of it, apply those love languages to yourself sexually, and then you'll get an understanding of what you need sexually. That's really important because it does apply. Think about it, physical touch. That's more than just the intercourse portion of it. That's the kissing, the hugging, the caressing, the touching, the massaging, the right, all of that. The words of affirmation.
Drying you off after you get out of the shower.
Yeah, all that, all those intimate things. The washing her back, the words of affirmation. Let them know that feels good. That don't feel good. You're doing good. Well, yeah, you have to tell it. I mean, you're being honest about it.
Not in the moment.
Not in the moment, but
you could be doing something. What are you doing?
That's not
that
it.
Ain't the time.
This feels good. That feels good. I like it when you do this. You were really good at this. You kiss me in this way. Words of affirmation, letting them know that, hey, those things work for me, and I'm telling you those things work for me, and I'm telling you they were good for me. To give them that confidence. Sex confidence sexually goes a long way in satisfaction. Also, we're going to quality time. Take your time doing it. Make time for it. Right. Make time for intimate things. Not always the intercourse part of it, but make time. Spend quality time on talking about the things you like sexually, talking about the things you want. Those things have to be done. Acts of service.
If you can't talk to your partner about sex,
probably not as good as you think it is.
You should be able to say any and everything sexually to your partner.
Yeah.
You can't be timid about it.
Acts of service. How that just.
My mind go went one way, and that's just my mind. So I don't want to just put that out on y'all.
Yeah, both of us
acts of service when it comes to what did you think?
Yeah, it went somewhere else.
Where did it go?
My mind, you know me and my mind sexually is all over the place. So yeah, we're not gonna.
For me, to me, maybe this is a bit too horn-toed. Okay, maybe I don't know, but when it comes to acts of service, when it comes to sex, I am thinking of servicing your partner.
Yeah.
In that way, I'm thinking of there are times where I want you to, without being, raunchy, I want to see you pleasured and see that you're being pleasured, and I'm okay with not getting anything at that moment because I'm trying to pleasure that person.
And also, acts of service is about not being lazy. It's about putting effort into it. Mm-hmm. That's an effort thing. That's a desire, a want to, putting, like the kitchen. This kitchen example. Kitchen needs clean. Go clean the kitchen. Body needs taken care of. Take your time to take care of the body.
Right.
Do what needs to be done.
I think women have get that one messed up a lot.
The act of service when it comes to sex. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see that.
I think that women get that messed up a lot because for whatever reason, women think, well, I'm giving it to you.
And
that's enough. Yeah. And it's not.
Definitely not. I will tell y'all this. me personally, men in intimate relationships need those same things that women want and desire. I want my man to hug me. I want him to kiss on me. I want him to caress me and rub me and touch me and put his hands here, there, and everywhere. Men want the exact same thing. And I think women miss that and forget that and think it's all about them.
The same way you want him to look at you so you can feel desired, is the same way you need to shoot them looks back over there at him so that he can feel desired. Men respond to that type of stuff, and it keeps them close to home. They don't, there are a lot of flirty men, out there, but the least flirtatious man is a man who don't have nothing left to give
Yes.
when it comes to all of that. If I'm giving so much at home, I don't really have much left to give outside, you know.
And a lot of that is the quality time, words of affirmation that's missing in the house.
Because a lot of men still have that if they're hunters, naturally they want to hunt. And so a lot of men need to know they still got it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let them know at home they still got it,
They don't have
they ain't got to be trying to figure out if they still got it out at the gas station.
right. When you try to pump gas
Right.
in a green suit in your church Sunday church best.
I hear a tone.
A tone
I
from
hear a
me?
tone.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
I'm hoping that, this discussion
Can we
has
do gifts?
gifts for
Our gifts would apply.
and
I really went straight to toys. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just trying to
I
apply.
think that those people who are set off by gifts, if you just buy them a gift, they're gonna be ready for you in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking like
That'll
that.
work.
If
That'll
you
work.
buy them
I'm
negligee,
trying to
if you buy
negligee
him,
or
a new
some sexy
something
boxes.
to, yeah, something. If you buy something intimate for that person, if they are a gifts person, then that type of thing is gonna
Since
turn them
neither one of
on.
us are really gifts people,
Yeah, I mean, like for
it's
women,
not a big
if
thing.
you go and buy yourself something sexy to put on and be like, look what I bought you, and you pop
Yeah.
out in that, hey, that's it right there. So, I mean,
I
I
don't
just,
like pecan.
yeah, I mean, I think that it's simple and subtle things that can go on, but these love languages play out big time in your sex, big time. But knowing your love language is the biggest part. If you don't know, you can't share that information with your partner and they cannot fulfill what it is you need. So the whole point of this podcast tonight was just to, because we've talked about this, we brought this up in prior podcasts before about the five love languages, and people were like, well, what are those? Be still.
I didn't do that.
What are those? It's like, you don't know what the five love languages are? Like, we so enlightened or whatever. No. We went to counseling. These people, the lady said, take this quiz. And we're like, wow, this is amazing.
Thank you, Miss Kim.
Like, it's the best thing that ever happened. Because now I get it. Now it's like I understand why I come in the house and the dishes aren't clean. I spaz out. I understand why, you know, him sitting on his phone and I'm like, what you doing? Why that bothers me so much. You know, I get it now. And now he
And
gets
now,
it too.
now I want to grab her phone at night and chunk it across.
He taught
the
me a bad
room.
habit.
I taught her a bad habit, but she can't fix it.
I can fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna work on fixing it. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna be intentional on fixing it. This is another thing.
If that phone wasn't so important to her money, I swear to y'all, I would slam that thing on the wall, and she's gonna want to fight me after. But I'm gonna accept that. I'm gonna accept her jumping on me after I snap that. After I smash that phone, as long as after she beats me up, she hugs and kisses.
I'm not.
Yes, she will.
If I get to that point, I ain't doing it. So what it is that
He lost your train of thought. That's awesome.
it's not okay. It's not okay. So no, he okay. This is a off the rails type of moment.
And I'm
But
letting
it
y'all
does.
know this episode is probably not gonna make it to the
This should we're gonna piggyback. We're gonna time it. We gotta time it.
we're gonna have to figure out how to I'm gonna have to figure out how to blend this because it
Part one,
chopped up,
part
but
two.
we'll make something work.
But this is a bit off the rails, but it is not at the same time. When it comes to making me forget, stop talking in the middle of me trying to say what I'm trying to say. It ain't working for me. What?
I have that type of power over you. I make you nervous, forgetful.
I swear.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
swear. So yeah, it'll pop up in my head at some point or another. Probably not when I'm on the actual live feed, and that's a part of the problem. Darn it!
Well,
I hate when that happens.
I guess at that point this would be a good time to cut it off. Since you
Yeah,
can't think anymore.
I hate when that happens. I just I just hope the information given out tonight maybe enlighten some people.
Help someone. We just here to help
And
someone.
you know, when you've explained when you hear us talking about your love language and knowing who you are and all this stuff, you have something to refer back to. We do have the link for the test. It is on our personal page, but it's on the Passing for Perfect page with the link for tonight. Well, with the flyer for tonight, it's there. That's the link
And
to
if
take
you
the test.
don't, make sure to follow us on the Passive for Perfect Recording Kynisha the page on Facebook as well as YouTube. Um, so that
Click like, subscribe, so
yeah,
you can
click
get the
like, subscribe,
notifications when we
so
go
you get
live.
notifications when we're going live and
Share it.
share.
Tell a
Yeah,
friend.
share.
Do share.
Share people
We
support.
we like to have people's input.
Support black commentary.
Okay, coming up for us, Corey says,
Yes, please. I am looking for singles. I want singles. I want at least 4 men, 4 women singles. Um,
a whole panel of people.
yeah, we're gonna get a panel
That's
of
a lot of
people.
people.
It is, and that's why I want that many because I want diverse mindsets. I don't want everybody. I want I want people with different points of view. So, and we're going to have an open forum on dating, relationship expectations, and the biggest pitfalls between men and women when it comes to interacting in relationships and dating. We might have to do a series and start relationships. I want it to be a series so we can have more than one show on it with different one specific topic for each show, and we can change the panel or if it's the same panel, the same groups want to come back and keep discussing. But I'm going to post that on the page. That'll go on the page tonight, and we're going to keep that up until you can message us, email us, however, and say if you'd like to be a part of that panel. But I'm gonna put that up tonight so it's out there, and I'm gonna resurface it, recycle it daily to make sure Facebook and the algorithm isn't hating the entire time.
It's not easy to figure that out. It's not easy. But anyway, thank you all for joining us for the second go round after we got chopped off with the technical difficulties. Thanks, Cox.
Thanks, Cox.
But hopefully, again, that information helps someone. The test is posted. We will not take it down. You will be able to go to the Passing for Perfect with Corey and Kynisha page and click on the link and go directly to the test. So hopefully, and it's also in the comment section.
Yes.
Where someone asked, and I did share that link in the comment section of the first video. This is the second video. So hopefully we enlighten some people. Hopefully, if you've been being hard on your partner,
this will help
this
you
will
to
help you to ease up a little
ease
bit.
up a little bit. Give them
Some space to learn
some leniency. Let's work on
because you're gonna need
let's
that
work on
grace.
let's work on grace. We're gonna work on grace in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be one of our themes for the remainder of the year.
Yeah.
Grace in relationships.
Hopefully, this helps your sex life.
Yeah. Sex is very important. Big part of marriage, relationships, affection, connection. You're supposed to. The Bible says about what's my word I'm looking for? It says it is in there because I had this discussion with somebody. It's in there. I'm telling you, it's in there.
He'll find the word.
I'll find the wording, but it's about reconnecting and re when you get married, the night you get married and you have sex, reconsummation of your marriage. It should be a constant and consistent thing. It's it's in there. It's in the word. It's one of God's ordinances for us.
Or like my pastor say, if you didn't want to have sex, you should have got married.
Should have. But with that, love y'all. Good night.